Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
What do you want to listen to? Oh, shoot.
Fairway, along with Mondelez Nabisco, Wells Blue Bunny, and Frito-Lay, is a proud sponsor of the 2015 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Basketball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher.
I'm a mom of 2.
I'm a numbers person.
I am a banker.
I'm an Iowa banker.
No matter who you are, there is an Iowa banker who is ready to help you get where you want to go. Iowa Bankers, allowing you to discover the genuine difference of Iowa banks.
Mid-American Energy, diversifying the ways we generate electricity by investing in wind generation capacity in Iowa. Information is available at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You may know right where you belong. Helping you get there is our job. At DMAC, we connect what you want in life to what you do for a living. With more than 150 programs, transfer degrees, and short-term certificates, DMAC can position you for a great career.
Welcome to downtown Des Moines as we continue a triple header of girls high school hoops, where another pair of Iowa teams have gathered at Wells Fargo Arena searching for a 2014 state championship. Thanks for joining us on our second night of coverage of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament here on Iowa Public Television. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Yeager, and throughout the night, IPTV Sports will continue to bring you the highlights, analysis, and features from right here at our on-set sports desk. And we'll make sure to showcase all the pageantry of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Iowa Farm Bureau State Basketball Championships. But first, let's head courtside with BJ Shaban and Laura Leonard for their call of the 4A state title.
It's time for state championship basketball. The Class 4A title will be handed out after this one's decided. It's Western Dubuque taking on Harlan, number 1 versus number 2, and a pair of 25-0 teams. And Laura, we did this game last year, and it's almost got the same feeling to it.
Oh, it really does, and I'll tell you what, Western Dubuque is a very physical team. They play a lot of defense. It's going to be interesting to see how they manage the high-low game of Harlan, because that's their bread and butter.
Well, Harlan has won 51 straight games. Western Dubuque returning 3 starters from last season, and their head coach, Amy Ostwinkle, saying that they feel like this is the year. They've been driven, they've been focused here during the state tournament, more of a business-like approach. And for the Harlan Cyclones and their head coach, Zach Clausen, excited to have his team back here. Check out that record in 3 seasons, 74-3, 3 trips in 3 years. Wow. Let's go to the public address announcer in Joe Hammond.
Each year at the state basketball tournament, the Iowa Bankers Association presents the Student Athlete Achievement Award to a student athlete who excels on the court, in the classroom, and in their community. The recipient receives a $1,000 scholarship to the college of her choice. The 2015 Student Athlete Achievement Award winner is Mackenzie Swanson from Harlan Community High School in Harlan. Presenting the 2015 award is Kevin Campbell from Shelby County State Bank in Harlan. Congratulations to Mackenzie, and thank you to Kevin Campbell and Shelby County State Bank Harlan and the Iowa Bankers Association for their sponsorship of this award. welcome to the 2015 Iowa High School Girls Class 4A Championship game between the Western Dubuque Bobcats and the Harlan Cyclones. Let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches from each team, beginning with the Western Dubuque Bobcats. Number 10, Madison Simon. Number 11, Blair Birds. Number 13, Grace Birds. Number 15, Bailey Plessel. Number 20, Maddie Clark. Number 22, Abigail Dolphin. Number 24, Jenna Willer. Number 30, Allison Coyle. Number 42, Quinn Herbst. And number 52, Stacy Simon. The assistant coaches for Western Dubuque are Cindy Bell, Doug Rolfus, and Scott Meyer. And now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Harlan Cyclones. Number 4, Madeline Bach. Number 12, Allison Brook. Number 14, Claire Klein. Number 20, Emily Jewell. Number 22, Magdalene Langenfeld. Number 24, Bailey Hansen. Number 40, Kayla Evers. Number 42, Kenzie Swanson. Number 52, Emma Arenholtz. And number 54, Alexi Hoffman. The assistant coaches for Harlan are Mark Kohorst and Brian James. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's starting lineups? For Western Dubuque, number 14, Michaela Armstrong. Number 10, Jess Shaven. For Western Dubuque, number 23, Morgan Pitts. And for Harlan, number 30, Taylor Wagner. For Western Dubuque, number 34, Rose Simon Ressler. And for Harlan, number 32, Ellie Claver. Western Dubuque, number 50, Megan Moss. And for Harlan, number 34, Jordan Moser. For Western Dubuque, number 51, Jessica Carty. And for Harlan, number 44, Taylor Frederick. The head coach for Western Dubuque is Amy Ostwinkle. And the head coach for Harlan is Zach Clausen. The floor officials tonight are Ken Robbins, Rich Chaponis, and Kurt Walterbach. Welcome, Western Dubuque and Harlan, to the 2015 Class 4A Championship game.
So we're ready to go. It's Western Dubuque and Harlan. Let's take a look at what the Bobcats need to do to get a victory.
They need to defend that high-low offense of Harlan, and they've already made a change to try to counteract that. They put Jessica Carty in that starting lineup in place of Maddie Clark, and they need to attack the zone. They need to try to get inside, try to get Harlan in foul trouble.
And for Harlan?
Well, they need to play relaxed. They cannot get off to a slow start. They can't feel the pressure here in their second state title game, and they need to share the basketball. They need to make that extra pass, find that high percentage shot.
It'll be Moss and Shaven in the center ring, and we're underway here from Wells Fargo Arena. It's the Class 4A state championship game. Harlan trying to win their second straight state title, wearing their home whites. On the drive, they'll go with Wagner. Will miss off the mark. Carty into the lineup for the first time here since early January, as the Bobcats have the ball, wearing their away blacks with red numbers trimmed in white.
Looks like they are going to face guard Rose Simon Ressler. It looks like Claver's got that assignment.
Wagner with the steal for the Cyclones. Scored 22 points so far here in the state tournament. Here's Frederick, who's had the hot hand, and will get Harlan on the board first.
Well, continue to go to the hot hand. She got front position on the defense. They got her the ball, made a nice power move to the glass.
Frederick has scored now 54 points here at the state tournament. Remarkable. Carty on the inside, drawing the double team. Will bounce out of it. Look out, Simon Ressler. Now Moss along the baseline. Bobcats being patient. This one off of Carty's hands. Second turnover by the Bobcats.
Well, as you mentioned, Carty's not been in there very often, so it might take her a few times up and down the floor to get back into that game feel.
Frederick fouled and will go to the line. The 6'1" junior came into the state tournament averaging about 14 a game, shooting 75% from the line, scored 27 points and had 15 rebounds in their opening round win against Xavier. The last team to beat Harlan, by the way, which was back here 3 years ago.
Well, and she followed it up against Carlisle with a 25-point performance. So she is the one that they've been going to, and I think a lot of people think Jess Shaben is the one that they go to most likely, but they're concentrating down low on her, and Taylor Frederick has picked up the scoring.
So the Bobcats back in at 25-0 on the year, holding opponents to just 31 points per game. Defense key, trying to pick it up offensively. Here's Moss from the high post.
You know, Moss has a really nice game. She can step out, she can face up, she can shoot the three, and she can post up. So she is tough to defend.
Here's Frederick on the inside. Too strong in the rebound to Moss, who's had an excellent state tournament so far. Pitts will be at the point. The 5'9" sophomore, Simon Ressler. He's had the hot hand for Western Dubuque. Now here's Pitts for three. Off the mark. Moss with a rebound. Putback is there.
Well, the missed shot turns into 2 points, and Moss doing a great job of getting inside position, going to the offensive glass.
The president of the Student Council for Western Dubuque has her team out in front 4-3. On the drive and finished by Claver.
Little motion offense, a nice handoff. The defense got out of position. That opened up the alleyway for Claver.
5-4. We could see this throughout the evening here. A seesaw battle could be brewing at the well. Armstrong goes to Carty. Scored just 2 points in the state championship game a year ago. And here's Moss from the foul line. Can't get the 15-footer, and the rebound to Wagner.
Well, you can see that they're going to take their time. They do want to try to get inside, but Harlan is double teaming down low. That's why Moss is popping out right around the free throw line.
Frederick, hard spin to her right, can't get it to fall. And Armstrong gets the board. Here come the Bobcats. Cyclones with a 1-point lead. Simon Ressler, you mentioned trying to keep the ball in her hands. It's going to be a tough chore tonight because one of the best defenders in Claver is stuck on her.
Well, they're going to play a zone otherwise, and Claver's just face guarding. So that's something that's going to be interesting to see how that box or that diamond, however they're going to play it defensively, is going to work.
Looks like at the next dead ball, Bobcats will send 2 in, and we'll get one here as a foul will be called against Western Dubuque. That one going against Morgan Pitts, who will pick up her first. To the line with Jordan Moser. So Moser at the line, the 5'6" junior, shooting right at 50% on the season.
Moser usually is the player that hands the ball out. She's the one that dishes out the assist, but they have several players that are right up there all together that do a good job of distributing the basketball. Claver, Moser, and Wagner all are right within 3 assists of one another.
Moser sinks both into the game as Quinn Herbst, the 5'10" junior for Western Dubuque, along with Maddie Clark. Herbst along the baseline is going to be called for a travel. So Western Dubuque will turn it over, their third of the game. 3:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Harlan with a 3-point advantage.
Both these teams really trying to establish the paint. They want to claim that as their own.
Inside to Shaven, overshot the hoop. And here comes Clark.
Just looked like she caught that and shot it. Didn't get the shoulder square.
Here's Herbst along the baseline, and the rebound to the weak side goes to Frederick. These two teams know each other really well. In fact, they went to Bob Amsbury's Wartburg basketball team camp, which featured not only Harlan, Waverly, Shell Rock, Western Dubuque, and also Heelan, all state tournament teams. So they knew each other going back to the summer as Jess Shaven gets on the board. It's 9-4 Harlan.
But what a better way to get better in the summer. Play really good competition.
Kind of set the tone for the season in Class 4A. Here's a three from the outside, and Moss drains it.
Well, we've seen her score from all over the floor here tonight, and she's just showing the array of shots that she has. And she stepped out, knocked down a three. She's gotten the ball on the inside, hit the mid-range jumper.
She's got 7 inside. Frederick going to be fouled by Herbst, and Taylor Frederick will go to the line.
Harlan's doing a great job of moving without the basketball. That motion offense to get themselves set up into a high-low is really working. Those guards out on the perimeter are working the ball around very well.
And back to the bench. The Bobcats bring a couple of players in. Jessica Carty will come back in along with Michaela Armstrong. Out goes Simon Ressler and Herbst. Frederick at the line, 3-point game, make it 4. As Frederick's coming through here for Harlan. 4-point advantage for the Cyclones.
In that game against Xavier, she was 11 of 12 from the free throw line. So she's the player they want at the line.
Cyclone showing it just a stand-up 2-3 zone. And Pitts will go inside. Moss has it knocked away by Shaven. Down the floor with Mosier. And back to Shaven inside. And has it knocked away out of bounds by Moss.
And they tried to reward her with the ball after she makes the block. She comes into the tournament with 106 blocks, just leaps out of nowhere, swats that one away, and then hustles down to the other end and gets in position.
Here's Frederick again, spinning hard to her right. And now they're going to call it tied up. Possession arrow will give it to Western Dubuque. Jess Shaven showing off her volleyball skills. Of course, was the volleyball all-tournament team captain and will be headed to Iowa State next fall to play for the Iowa State Cyclones.
She just didn't want to change her mascot name? Is that
might have been a part of the recruiting process.
I think it probably was.
Might have liked the Cardinal, too.
Yeah, you don't have to change your wardrobe. That's kind of nice. Well, with Simon Ressler out of the ballgame, they're just sticking in that straight 2-3 zone.
Moss kind of forced up the three inside of 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 11-7 Harlan. Harlan was used to playing close state tournament games here. Their previous games have been decided by 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. And so far here at the tournament, they've been rolling through their opponents.
Well, they've done a really nice job. They, in their first round game, did get off to a little bit of a slow start, but they had a great second half and able to extend their lead and move on to the next round. But they've done a good job of defeating their opponents here in the tournament.
Bobcats being patient. To the outside, that's Clark. Off the mark, Moss got the rebound, and it will be tied up. Alternate possession will give it to Harlan. Now Simon Ressler will come back in. They play really good defense, does Western Dubuque. In fact, here at the state tournament, opponents are just shooting 27% against them. Offensively, they've been pretty good here at the state tournament, but today that's the big challenge, trying to figure out how they're going to get their points in bunches.
But you have to figure that they're going to probably go back inside. That's where they've lived all season long. They're not a big three-point shooting team, but looks like they're going to hold here for the last shot.
That's what the Cyclones are going to do, looking for back-to-back titles here. Inside of 12 seconds to play in the quarter. Mosier at the point. Goes to Wagner. Drives in with the left hand and gets the layup. That will be the end of the first quarter. So Harlan trying to win yet another state championship. They lead it by 6 after the first 8 minutes. Let's go to Paul Yeager.
All right, let's find out how these two teams got here. It was, again, we've got that rematch. We had rematches also in the semifinals. Let's pick up the highlights here as we talk about Carlisle and Harlan. That was a rematch of the semifinal. Taylor Wagner had the hot hand and found her spot there. And then another shot. Right elbow is good. She had 5 3-pointers in the half, finished with 15. In the second half, Taylor Frederick inside. Nice footwork there in the post. And then the drop step to the hole and puts 2 more in. Harlan runs away with this one to get back to the title game with a 69-43 win. Now, how did Western Dubuque do it? Not a rematch of last year's semifinal, but it was Sioux City Bishop Heelan in this one. The Bobcats underneath Megan Moss gets the rebound and puts it back in. And then another rebound for Moss. Goes right back up with it. Western led at half 21-14, and it was Moss again, this time for 3 from the corner. 47-38. Western Dubuque wins. Let's go back down to the floor to BJ and Laura.
Thanks a lot, Paul. 13-7 our score here. And so far, Harlan shooting right at 40% from the floor. Western Dubuque right at 33 of 10. Megan Moss, though, 6 shots she's had to hoist up because of the defense on Rose Simon Russler.
Well, they have really done a nice job with that face guarding, and so it'll be interesting to see how they attack it and how they adjust to it.
Well, the Bobcats back at it on the floor. As coming into the game will be Bailey Plessel for the first time. Just touched it a moment ago. At the high post with Moss. Tries to drive it in. Left hand can't get it. Shaven disrupted the shot. And it's still a 6-point game.
Yeah, here in the tournament, they're doing a good job as far as block shots because they do have those players in the middle in Shaven that can be the defender and block the shots.
Taylor Frederick, the scoring machine, getting going here for Harlan. Extends the lead to 8. She's got 7 in the game. Harlan on a 12-3 run.
They just have been very methodical about it. They just have waited for the opportunities to open up to get their shots.
Pitch shot off the mark. Harlan just giving the Bobcats the 3-pointer.
Well, they're sagging in, and as we talked about, you have the face guarding, so that leaves a little bit more opening in that zone defense.
Ellie Claver knocks down the triple, and the lead at 11. 6:45 to play here in the first half. Harlan with a couple of big wins this year. All of them, I'm sure, are big, but 25-0. One of them was against 5A's Dowling Catholic. They also crushed Bellevue West out of Nebraska, the number 5 team in the state there by 20 points. And the Bobcats do get a triple here out of Maddie Clark.
And talking about Harlan's wins, you talked about that 3-point win over Dowling, but every other opponent they beat by 15 points or more, so that tells you how good their offense is.
Plessel in the corner. 8-point game. Harlan's was on a big run there prior to that 3 there by Maddie Clark. Open will take the shot now again. Sets her feet, can't get this one to fall. And the weak side rebound to Wagner.
Well, the defense is not moving around a lot for Harlan, and neither is Western Dubuque. The offense is standing still. You got to make some movement to get that defense to move around so you can find some openings.
This one tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with Harlan. And back to the bench for the Bobcats. Michaela Armstrong back in. Also coming back in will be Jessica Carty. Here's Shaven on the left block. Gets it back from Wagner. Got good positioning and gets the deuce.
once she kicked the ball back out, she repositioned herself in that low block area, back down the defense, and got the return pass.
Her first field goal against Xavier really struggled from the floor, going 1 for 11, but was picked up big time by her teammates Frederick and Wagner, along with Claver in that opening round win here in Des Moines. 10-point game. Moss to the inside. Carty just cannot handle it. 4th turnover by the Bobcats.
Need to have a little bit better spacing with those kinds of passes. And again, going back to Carty, just not ready for that pass to come to her.
Out of the corner, the 3 by Mosier. It's off the mark. Claver with the board, and it's picked off by Moss.
Boy, I thought she was going to thread the needle with that one. You could see that, and just the quick hands of the defense able to pick it off.
Out of the top, that's Armstrong. This one tipped out. Claver gets it in the corner for Harlan.
Well, you mentioned it. They're allowing them and they're daring them to shoot it from the outside, and they're packing it down low.
Inside, Harlan pounds it with Frederick and gets the deuce. It's a 12-point lead to Western Dubuque, just 2 of their last 10, and Coach Amy Ostwinkle wants to talk it over. It'll be a full timeout charged to Western Dubuque. Well, Rose Simon Ressler had her thoughts on this matchup, the rematch, if you will, against Harlan.
We wouldn't have won it any other way. Obviously, we're both undefeated, and we got some revenge to go after.
So you think about Harlan pretty much all the time in the off season?
Oh yeah, it comes up every day, I think, but I don't know. We know we have to take it one game at a time.
Well, Rose is going to see a lot of Harlan, and in fact, a lot of Ellie Claver in her dreams. She's been all over.
Well, we talked about it. That's the assignment that Claver has gotten, and is just a face guard, getting a little physical, but doing what she's supposed to do. That is her assignment. Look at eyes down, watching Simon Ressler, every move that she makes, and she's going to have that all game long. She's going to have to contend with that. She's going to have to figure out a way to score.
She has not gotten off a shot yet.
And they're going to have to come up with some way to be able to try to pick Claver off with some screens or rotation or something, double screens, try to get her open. But you can just see running down the floor, they're running stride for stride.
Got to get the ball in her hand somehow, and now a foul going to be called here against Claver, trying to run through a screen to get her free.
And that's a good setup out of the timeout. That's what they want to do, is set those screens to try to pop her open.
First team foul called against Harlan. Here's Simon Ressler, will square up and face the basket. Skip over the top to Moss. Works it in. And back to Simon Ressler in the paint, pulls up, first shot of the night. That's why Harlan has been playing some pretty good defense against her.
Made that extra pass, and when you dig into that defense, get them out of position, you can make that extra pass and find a gap.
So Rose Simon Ressler getting it going here.
Nice kick out, and then allowed Simon Ressler to put the ball on the floor and get into the middle of the zone.
Western Dubuque getting the ball back, down by 10 here. Trying to make a move before the end of the first half. Pitts on the outside wing. Now we'll take it and hit.
Very patient, working the ball around. Again, not coming out and challenging that shot, and you're going to have to take those. They start hitting them, then Harlan's going to have to adjust their defense.
She's been averaging in double figures here at the state tournament. Claver's shot, the answer won't go through. Shaven with the rebound and putback. She uses the glass.
Shaven with the long arms, able to go up over everybody else, not make contact, pull that rebound and put it back in.
Now with over 30 rebounds here at the state tournament. Back inside, Shaven with the block. The eraser on the inside, Jess Shaven.
That's perfect timing, and one of the things that Western Dubuque may want to do. Give a little pump fake, see if they can get Shaven up in the air.
How about the block on this end by Pitts? The Bobcats looking to run. Pitts draws contact. And a shove called against Harlan. That'll be their second team foul.
And I think with the way Harlan came out in this ball game and the defense that they're showing Western Dubuque, I think it kind of just threw them off a little bit, and they have not been as aggressive in that first quarter, and now they're starting to pick it up. I think they're adjusting to what they're seeing on the defensive end.
Into the lane, now back to Armstrong to Simon Ressler. Mosier switches off from Claver. Ressler to the outside. That's Pitts. A 3-ball.
Simon Ressler, reverse pivot, reverse dribble, draws that double team, looks up, and is able to find Pitts wide open.
6-point game. 90 seconds to play in the half. And stepping on the near sideline was Wagner, so Harlan will turn it over. The Bobcats making a run here. Maddie Clark back into the game. Comes in for Armstrong.
It just took them a little time to figure things out, and now that they've made that adjustment, they're looking for the shot.
Pitt says, I'm hot. Pulled off there, and the rebound to Mosier, running it ahead. Inside Frederick. Draws contact and will go to the line. Simon Ressler might have been on the wrong end of that run-in with Frederick.
Well, they had to get back defensively and try to get into position. Harlan hustled the ball down the floor. They had the numbers. Frederick did a good job of getting into the block, and Ressler just tried to catch up. Thought she might be able to block it, made a little bit too much contact.
And Simon Ressler will now check out. Fredericks, second attempt. 7-point game here with 1:09 to play. Western Dubuque coming into the game was just 4 of 10 from 3-point range. So far, here in this game, they are 4 of 10. So as many 3-pointers as they've taken in the 2 previous games. Now they're over that mark. That 3 off the mark for Clark.
They sat back in that zone. They made that adjustment just to go with this 2-3 zone, leaving the shooters open from the outside.
To work with Taylor Wagner.
They're going for the last shot. They're going to hold the ball. 30 seconds left here in the half.
Mosier at the center ring. Inside of 15 seconds to go in the half. Mosier to work. In the lane, the kick out to Frederick. Boy, center feet and hits the shot. And that will be the end of the first half. The Bobcats won't get a shot off. It's a 9-point Harlan lead as we go to intermission.
It's a great setup, the clock winding down. Takes the dribble in, draws the defense, and then Frederick just steps in right to the free throw line. Everybody was out on the perimeter, and they just kick it out. Defense is not able to recover, and she knocks down another shot.
So Harlan getting it done with the last play there as they take a 9-point lead into the locker rooms. Let's go to Paul Yeager.
All right, thank you very much, BJ. Let's bring in Coach Zach Clausen of the Harlan Cyclones. Going for that second state title. A lot of things working. You got the inside-outside game going. What else is working for you?
I thought our defense was great. We got to find a way to get over them screens on. They're setting for Rose there, and obviously get out on the shooter. She got 3 threes right now. Other than that, we just got to close out with a hand up. I think we're getting the ball where we want it. We're getting good looks, but we're kind of turning and shooting instead of squaring up and shooting. So that's a couple things that we're going to work on at halftime.
It looks like Cleaver's doing a pretty good job of keeping Simon Ressler in check. Is that the game plan?
The game plan, yes. We're going to get beat. It's going to be by somebody besides her.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks a lot.
That's Coach Zach Clausen of the Harlan Cyclones looking for that back-to-back state championship. Let's go back down to the floor for the next piece of the fun at the Iowa Girls High School State Basketball Championship.
The Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament pauses every year to honor its rich basketball history with the induction of the latest class of Basketball Hall of Famers. It is estimated that over 700,000 girls have played basketball in Iowa high schools. Out of this impressive number, 222 girls spanning 95 years have been inducted into the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's Basketball Hall of Fame. Presenting awards tonight is Craig Hill, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. Let's now meet the Hall of Fame's class of 2015. Our first inductee torched the nets for 3,390 career points for Shaler from 1960 to 1964. Her skills helped Shaler qualify for the only state tournament berths in the school's history in 1963 and 1964. She was named to the all-tournament team at the 1963 state tournament despite playing in just one game, a 62-60 heartbreaker to Farragut, where she scored 31 points. She led Shaler back to the 1964 state tournament, this time drawing a strong Wellsburg squad in the first round. She was again outstanding in another 2-point loss, scoring 44 points. Her performance prompted a Des Moines Register reporter to remark that she, quote, makes the tough shots look easy. The Register would later name her to its first team All-State forward court. Playing in an era where women's college basketball was not an option, she attended the University of Northern Iowa and finished her degree at the University of Iowa. She and her husband, Gene Pauley, reside in Umatilla, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Shaler shooter to the Iowa High School Basketball Hall of Fame, Janet Waterbury. Our next inductee utilized her skills to become the greatest player in Norwalk history and one of the most decorated players in Drake women's basketball history. She was a 2-time Class 3A Player of the Year her junior and senior seasons at Norwalk, averaging a double-double in points and rebounds. As a senior, she averaged 24.3 points and 11.2 rebounds in leading the Warriors to the state semifinals, where she averaged 21.5 points and 10.5 rebounds in 2 games. She finished her high school career with 1,628 points with 775 career rebounds. She went on to enjoy similar success at Drake University. A 4-year starter, she was just the 4th player in Drake's rich basketball history to earn first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference honors 3 times. After missing most of the 2006-2007 season with a back injury, she returned from the injury to average 16.8 points, 9 rebounds, and led the Missouri Valley Conference in double-doubles. She is just one of 5 players in Drake history with 1,000 career rebounds. She went on to play professional basketball overseas for 3 years, but has returned to her hometown, teaching 4th grade at Lakewood Elementary and is the JV head coach and varsity assistant for the Warriors. Congratulations to Hall of Famer Jill Martin from Norwalk. Natural ability, a strong work ethic, and smarts guided our final Hall of Fame inductee to achieve greatness at Tri-Center Neola High School and at the University of Iowa. Working on the family farm in Persia installed the strong work ethic. A gifted student, she graduated at the top of her class, and her athletic ability allowed her to become a state and Drake Relays champion in the discus. All 3 of those attributes led her to excel in basketball. She scored 1,812 points with 886 career rebounds and was the 2005 Miss Iowa Basketball. A 2-time first-team All-State selection, she led Tri-Center to a 2nd-place finish in 2005, where she averaged 25.7 points and 8.7 rebounds at the tournament and was named tournament team captain. Success followed her to the University of Iowa, and she was a 2-time third-team All-Big Ten selection and a 3-time academic All-Big Ten selection. A 3-year starter, she played on 3 NCAA tournament teams and finished her career ranked among the Hawkeyes' top 20 in scoring, rebounding, assists, and 3-pointers.
She is also the school's and the Big Ten Conference leader in career free throw percentage at 89.2%. She was also the first Iowa women's basketball player to win the Big Ten Sportsmanship Award. She's now in her second year as a teacher at Glenwood High School, where she coaches the freshman basketball team and is a varsity assistant. Welcome to the Iowa Girls Basketball Hall of Fame from Trice Center, Wendy Osdemore. Ladies and gentlemen, our Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2015, from Shaler, Jenna Waterbury, from Norwalk, Jill Martin, and from Trice Center, Neola, Wendy Osdemore. Congratulations. The year was 1965. The news of the day dealt with the United States' escalation into the Vietnam War. The Sound of Music played on movie screens. The miniskirt made its debut. And the #1 song of the year was Wooly Bully by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. While these events were making headlines, 16 girls hailing from the communities of Jewell, Ellsworth, Randall, and Stanhope that formed the South Hamilton School District only had one thing on their minds: becoming the 1965 state basketball champions.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The previous season ended in heartbreak. The Hawkettes were cruising toward the 1964 state crown, leading by 10 points in the fourth quarter of that championship game, only to see a furious West Monona rally lead to a 70-67 defeat. 4 starters returned from the 1964 team, and South Hamilton was tabbed as the state's top-ranked team to begin the 64-65 season. Guided by Coach Dale Sorensen, South Hamilton lived up to the lofty expectations. Led by future Basketball Hall of Famers Sharon Tyler and Carla and Karma Hill, the Hawkettes rolled through the regular season and didn't miss a beat when Carla Hill was sidelined a month after having her appendix removed. Rolling through district and sub-state play, the Hawkettes posted state tournament victories over Everly, West Marshall, and West Central before meeting West Des Moines Valley in the final. Carla Hill scored 26 points, Sharon Tyler scored 20, and Linda Mortensen added 15 as South Hamilton finished off West Des Moines Valley 61-47 to become the unbeaten 1965 state champions. Let's welcome them back to Des Moines as we proudly present our 2015 50-year honor team, the 1965 state champions, South Hamilton Hawkettes. Karma Hill Bailey, Carla Hill Brown, Judith Danielson Grieve, Sharon Tyler Hansen, Sherry Tremple Hill, Linda Mortensen Hove, Neela Hill Kottmeyer, Karen Iverson Nelson, Donna Paulson Orth, Marlene Hove Severe, Vicki Barkema Smith, Carol Van Langen White, Assistant Coach Dick Rasmussen, and Head Coach Dale Sorensen. Congratulations and welcome back to Des Moines. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's Golden Plaque of Distinction Award honors the Iowa coach who has demonstrated a successful career while making notable contributions towards school, community, and the coaching profession. Presenting the Golden Plaque Award is IGHSAU Executive Director Mike Dick and Basketball Administrator Joel Oswald. This year's Golden Plaque of Distinction recipient is Dowling Catholic's Sharon Hansen. Sharon and her husband Bob, who won the Golden Plaque in 1993, have been coaching together for 43 years, starting their careers in North Polk in 1971. The Hansens rank second among active basketball coaches in career victories and are fifth on the all-time list. They've taken 15 teams to the state basketball tournament and own an Iowa record 6 state championships with state crowns at Des Moines East and Dowling Catholic. Sharon graduated from South Hamilton in 1967, where she played on the Hawkettes' 1965 state championship team and is a member of the IGHSAU Basketball Hall of Fame. Her 65 team was just honored as the 2015 honor team. On hand with Sharon tonight are her husband Bob and daughters Allie and Abby. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to this year's Golden Plaque of Distinction recipient from Dowling Catholic, Sharon Hansen. Congratulations.
All right, congratulations to all our winners. Defending a 2014 4A Girls State Basketball Championship, the Harlan Cyclones returned with their entire starting 5 for 2015. The Cyclones' consistent lineup has led to a 2-year undefeated winning streak, a #1 ranking in 4A girls basketball, and an early December victory over 5A #1 ranked Dowling Catholic. IPTV Sports sat down with the starting 5, their parents, and the Cyclones coach to uncover Harlan's winning formula.
Gotta hurry. Needs to shoot. Does. Harlan is Class
4A Last season was the best. Memorable.
Fun. An adrenaline rush.
Awesome. This season is about finishing where we want to finish.
This season is about memories.
Going out for our last hoorah.
Season's about doing our thing.
This season's about being all in.
That was really good. Hashtag all in.
You don't get a lot of groups like this that come through all at the same time. They enjoy the game, they enjoy each other. Can't take the kid out of these players. That's what I deal with, but it's worth it. Obviously, we want to make sure we're competing as hard as we can, but we're going to enjoy it along the way.
I don't know, there's this cool saying, and it's like, team can't beat talent when talent isn't a team, or something like that. Did I say that right? I think you did. I'm not sure. But I think that kind of describes us. Since middle school, I guess, like me, Jess, and Taylor have always been really close, and then when high school hit, Fred and Jordan just bought in right into that friendship with all of us, and it's been like the Fast Five, Furious Five, whatever you want to say, forever. Fabulous. Fabulous, that's it. We just know like what makes each other happy, like things that make each other laugh, and I know what makes her mad. We've had our fair share of arguments, but hey, she's like my little sister, and like they're all like my sisters.
It's just kind of one of those things, you get the feeling, and like I know what she's thinking, she knows what I'm thinking, so it just makes it that much better.
Just being able to experience this whole thing with the best people in the world is, I couldn't ask for a better high school experience, and just playing with my best friends, and it's the best thing ever. Besties for the besties.
Taylor Wagner, she is the leader. When we need a calming effect, traffic directed, she's the one that, kind of takes the lead on that. Fred, she's got a little mean streak to her. When she wants the ball, she's gonna get the ball. She's gonna be a little bit more physical probably than the rest of them. Jordan, she's a spark. All right, the game's too slow. She's gonna pick up the tempo. And either she's gonna get to the rim or she's gonna find somebody close to the rim, and it's gonna be a pretty quick pass across the lane, hopefully an easy 2-foot jumper. Ellie, outstanding shooter, but what people recognize her for probably is her lockdown defense. We usually use her defending the best player on the other team. And then you have Jess, kind of a character. She leads in a different way. Things are going bad, she might get vocal, but otherwise, she's just calling for the ball. And on the defensive end, obviously, she's the defensive presence. She's back there as kind of the security blanket to block shots. So That's kind of what they all bring to the table.
The school district's been fortunate to have a lot of state championships over the years. And there's been a lot of state football championships and baseball championships. But this group of girls, I feel like they're making history.
This team is absolutely amazing.
A pleasure to be around.
A lot of heart.
Relentless.
This team has a lot of character. Well, I think the makeup is kind of embodies what the school is, which is joined as one.
Yeah, the ego isn't there, and they're actually really happy for each other, and I don't think that's as common as it should be.
Any one of them can score at any given time, and they are happy for each other, and they want each other to be successful, and you see that on the court.
I work with elementary kids, and you see the little kids talking about it or interacting with each other, talking about the older kids like they're movie stars, and the impact that it's having on them is what I see a lot.
And starts when they're in 4th grade, because they too looked up to people who were older, and they're like, want to shag balls in the morning? Yeah.
I would say the smallest part of their season is the regular season. You know, the gym opens up in the morning at 7 o'clock, and these girls are either in there hitting volleyball, passing volleyball, shooting layups, shooting shots all summer long. So they're playing basketball, they're playing volleyball all the time.
There's some school districts or some areas that, you know, coaches get real territorial. And boy, I just think we're blessed. But you look at the volleyball program and Coach Spangenberg, who was a National Coach of the Year this year, you never once heard her say, guys, don't be shooting or don't be doing this or don't be doing that. And that's a pretty special thing.
You know, we try to praise multi-sport athletes around here. We promote our kids to go out for multiple sports. We're not a big enough school to have kids specialize necessarily, and so we got to share athletes, and we understand that if we don't cooperate with one another, we both might have average teams. And obviously, they're all friends, and we want them to be able to enjoy multiple sports together and enjoy the success that different sports bring that could help you maybe in basketball that you wouldn't think of if you didn't play them sports.
I don't think the girls realize just how special these years have been. It's kind of a perfect storm to come together, especially these 5 and just this group of girls to be together.
Because we're really emotional that everybody's leaving because we played with each other for so long. So it's really like, I'm sorry. Like, they're just my sisters and like, they're gone next year, which I'm really gonna miss.
Every practice we come to, every game we come to, like, they're always here, and just next year it's just gonna be, there's gonna be like this huge hole with them missing. And
when your best players are your best kids, this is what you get. You know, if you have a Jess Shaven who's so humble, I mean, you're talking about one of the best athletes that's ever come through, and when she's humble, she sets the tone.
It's been an honor to be able to be a part of like this type of program, and I don't know, I don't want it to end at all because I know like I'll never get to play with my best friend again, and I'm gonna cry. Yeah, it's gonna really stink when we have to leave them because we do have that bond with not just them, but everyone else on the team, and they're gonna pass that down, and it's just gonna keep going to everyone, and we're all gonna be better Cyclones from that.
From the friendships to the leadership roles to playing together as a team, I think, you know, they're going to take that stuff with them regardless if that last game is a win or last game's a loss.
obviously, we all have a goal and we have a vision of where we want to be when this season ends. No matter what happens on that final buzzer, we have to look back and just see how great it has been the past 4 years with all these people. So you just have to stay in the moment and enjoy it while it's here.
All right, we're joined by two coaches who know these two finalists very well. Darren Koolstra from Bishop Heelan and Brian White from Carlisle. You both were in the semifinals. Coach White back in the semifinals again against Harlan. What's Harlan doing right here in this first half?
About everything. You know, a whole lot of Taylor Frederick. Jess Shaven defensively is just real tough in there. And then if they start double teaming down the post, then you got Wagner from the outside and Claver, and yeah, they're the real deal.
Shaven's playing not as many points, but still a couple of blocks, big force inside defensively.
Yeah, she makes it really tough. I mean, she gets a few blocks, but she makes a lot of shots bad that are normally going to go in. So she's a good ball player.
Coach Koolstra from Bishop Heelan, Western Dubuque, a good team. Rose Simon wrestler, they got to get her free. How do you do that?
Well, they're face guarding her right now, and I think they just need to continue to hit some outside shots. It's pretty hard to score in the paint against Harlan.
Oh, so if you're the coach, you tell the shooters to what? Keep shooting?
Got to keep shooting.
What adjustments does Western Dubuque have to do here in the second half?
Well, they're going to have to try to find a way to stop Frederick in the post. I think they're doing a pretty good job on Shaven, but Frederick's been getting a lot of points here in the first half.
All right, I appreciate you guys coming up here so much. Darren Koolstra from Bishop Heelan and Brian White from Carlisle. Gentlemen, thank you much. And next year, I know you don't want to sit by me at all. You want to be on the court. We'll see you then. All right, let's get down to the court for the third quarter of this game. Let's go back down to BJ and Laura courtside.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Well, first half, as they mentioned, dominated by Harlan in the paint. Can things turn around for Western Dubuque here in the second?
Well, I think they have to make some adjustments. They've got to figure out a way to get Simon Ressler open, and you heard those coaches talk about it. They've got to set some screens to see if they can pop her open and get her free.
Let's take a look at the first half statistics here. You see the field goal numbers, 7 of 21 for Western Dubuque, 4 of 11 from three-point range. They've only taken 10 three-pointers in their 2 previous state tournament games. They've yet to get to the foul line, and Harlan has outboarded the Bobcats here 16-12. So Western Dubuque will have the ball to begin the second half. Out on the floor, same starting 5 with Armstrong, Pitts, Simon Ressler, Moss, and Carty. For Harlan, Shaben, Wagner, Claver, Mosier, and Frederick. Simon Ressler on the drive, and there's that security blanket. It's been there throughout the first half in the season and all 4 years for Harlan. The deep three by Wagner is off the mark. Mosier with the rebound, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Seems like Harlan has amped it up. We just heard that piece, or saw the piece, where those 5 players had talked about how much they've played together. Looks like they're giving it a little extra effort here in the second half to start out.
Well, their team motto is all in. You heard that in that piece, and that's what they're going to do here these last 2 quarters. They know that these seniors are going to graduate, and they've played together for so long. I know they don't want it to end. It's going to end at some point, but they want to go out with a bang.
51 straight games they've won, and trying to garner their second straight state title. They've also won 2 straight volleyball championships. As Pitts will have it on the wing to Simon Ressler now for the Bobcats. They've been a machine over in Western Iowa. You're used to hearing about Kurt Blatt in the football program, but this group of players here for Harlan has it going. Carty gets the bucket, making it a 9-point game. A little pressure here by Western Dubuque.
Well, Carty really had to work for that last bucket. She had to get between 2 defenders.
Wagner again pulled the string, and then Frederick with the steal and finish for the junior.
Megan Moss not paying attention, not taking care of the basketball. Frederick just sneaks in from behind, tips that ball away.
Lead back to 11. Wagner nearly came up with a steal there.
Western Dubuque going with a double high post, seeing if they can get some movement out of that.
There's a 3-ball by Moss.
They didn't come up to defend. They've set up that way the last couple of possessions with the 2 high posts. See what Harlan does to defend that.
Claver inside to Shaben, who gets the deuce. Jeff Shaben now with 8 points. Simon Ressler had 12 in last year's state title game, being held in check here today. Here's Moss on the drive. Boy, big collision. Both players hit the deck, and Shaben will pick up the foul.
Shaben in position, has the hands down, not ready for the force coming through. As Moss splits between 2 defenders and just kind of lowers the shoulder.
10-point game, make it 9. And Moss now with 11. She had 12 in last year's state title game, too.
You have to figure that they talked about in the locker room about attacking. They need to go into attack mode, and you could see that in Moss's eyes. That's exactly what she wanted to do, put the ball on the floor, and was going to challenge Shaben.
Wagner on the drive. And Moss with the rebound. Here come the Bobcats. Again, down by 8. Trying to whittle this lead down. Quinn Herbst into the game at the high post with the ball. Moss on the drive. Ran into defenders, but called for the travel.
Yeah, the defense, that back line of that 2-3 zone just shut down as Moss was taking it to the rim, and they were able to collapse down, and that's when she shuffled the feet.
Mosier at the point will drive the lane. Claver in the corner. Now to Shaven inside.
Yeah, that's unselfish basketball right there. Claver had the look and had the shot, did not pull the trigger, just waited till the rotation came, and Shaven rolled open into the low block.
Armstrong overshot the hoop. Simon Ressler with a reverse, and she's on the board in the second half.
Got that weak side board and was able to get free amongst the arms to get a nice reverse layup to go.
8-point game with 4:48 to play in the third. The three goes through for Harlan. Claver able to knock it down.
You know, Claver just drifted away, just drifted out away from the action, and the nice diagonal pass found her wide open.
Lead back to 11. Harlan really keeping Western Dubuque at arm's length. That one swatted away. Again, another block, her fourth of the night for Jess Shaven.
Well, they continue to challenge on the inside, and Shaven up for the challenge has been able to swat away a few shots, and if you're Western Dubuque, you might want to give a ball fake in there.
Now a steal by Moss. To Pitts in the lane. And a foul on Harlan.
I'm sure that's the way that they drew it up in the locker room. They talked about being a little bit more strong on the inside, going at that baseline defense. There's the first block by Jess Shaven, and they were able to get out and get the run. This time they go in there strong. She swung the arm just a little bit too much, got a little too much of the body, but that's the mindset right now of Western Dubuque, to go in and attack that back line of that defense.
Here's Pitts. Cannot get one to go through. It's still an 11-point lead for Harlan. Here's Mosier. They've got Simon Ressler now guarding Frederick. As Wagner going to be picked up by Pitts here, who's on the ball. And now a steal and a timeout taken by Harlan prior to that turnover. Wow, Zach Clausen, the Harlan coach, just called a timeout before that pass was thrown.
Boy, perfect time for a timeout. He timed that, and he got the call, and otherwise Western Dubuque would have been going the other way. Western Dubuque has really picked it up defensively. They're gone to another gear.
So Zach Clausen, he's been here before. In fact, he played for the athletic director and head boys coach for Harlan and Mitch Osborne. In fact, played at Pomeroy Palmer for him. If you Pocahontas area, Pomeroy Palmer fans, yeah, they're sticking around to cheer for Harlan here. And by the way, we want to send our best wishes out to Mitch Osborne, who's been battling cancer, went through an entire chemo treatment, and did not miss a game coaching for Harlan this year. Absolutely remarkable. And coming up next week, the Iowa High School Athletic Association is going to induct him into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Jess Shaven got the entry pass and puts two more on the board.
So she does such a good job of backing down the defense and then getting those shoulders squared to go up to the glass.
Harlan with their largest lead here at 13. Here's a three from the corner. Frederick with the board, and here come the Cyclones. 5 rebounds tonight for Taylor Frederick. Hard spin by Mosier to the hoop, and a foul on Moss.
That is a great move by Mosier, able to make that spin dribble, and then the lane just opened up wide for her to drive through.
Well, the 5 that are out on the floor for Harlan, they've played all but 2 minutes of this game. Just one player sat out. Ellie Claver sat out for 2 minutes, and Kayla Evers came into the game. Other than that, it's been the same 5 out on the floor.
Well, you have to figure that Claver needed a rest after she has the duty of face guarding Rose Simon Ressler.
And Ressler battling with Claver. The ball last touched by Harlan, so Western Dubuque will keep it. And Ressler a little slow to get up.
Well, she's a physical type of player, so she does find the floor a lot in ball games as she's diving for loose balls.
The team said that their pump-up song, if you will, has been Uptown Funk. They're going to need some funk. And Spunk here to finish out this game. Down by 13 with 2:30 to play.
Not a whole lot of movement right now by the Bobcats.
Kind of stagnant, and Frederick steals it. Now Claver. Into the lane. Ellie will go to the line to shoot 2. Boy, this is a very physical game. And if you're going to get some points here in the last couple of minutes, you've really had to earn them.
Yeah, if you're going to go inside against either one of these teams, it's going to be a little dangerous and pretty physical.
And the timeout going to be taken here by Western Dubuque. Let's take a listen into the huddle with head coach Amy Ostwinkle.
Defensively, okay? Just get around her. Just get around her like you normally do. Okay, we're going to run state. Megs and Rose are going to be low. Okay, Megs and Rose are low. If Pitsy brings it over to your side guard, you're going to come down and set a screen for that girl, for Rose to pop out. Megs, you can look to flash across to that high post area and look to attack from that point, okay? If you don't get it and we reverse it back to the top, we'll do the same thing. Pitsy will dribble over. This guard will come down and set a screen for Megs to pop out to the corner on that side. Okay, try to make it a 2-player game on that side if you can. And then Rose, if she pops, then again, look to flash to that high post. Still look to attack from that high post area. I don't care if they keep blocking you. Go in, one dribble, pull up for the jump shot, okay? Listen.
Well, I like the advice of going in and to continue to attack. And as you could hear Coach Amy Ostwinkle say, I don't care if they continue to block it. Pull up for that mid-range jumper. You have to read what the defense is going to do.
Coming into the game, they were shooting about 53% from the field here at the state tournament today. Just 10 of 29. Quick math, that's about 35%. And Claver nails the free throw here to extend the lead to 14. Make it 15. Now Harlan has won both state tournament games by about an average of 25 per game. And now Kayla Evers will come into the game for the Cyclones, and she'll chase Simon Ressler. She comes in for Claver.
How would you like that assignment? Coming in off the bench. All right, here's what you have to do.
And Simon Ressler gets the rebound. If I was Simon Ressler, I'd be like, another face?
I know. Who are you? Let me introduce myself.
Come on, you got a 14-point lead. Let me have it here. Or 15. Here's Moss underneath. Boy, hard working, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Stayed after it on the glass and went from both sides. Went in strong, pulled that one, couldn't get it to go, worked to the other side, was able to get the contact on Jess Shaven.
Shaven will pick up her second. From the line, Western Dubuque is just right at 50%, or just below 50%, 2 of 5. And they get one to fall here. 13-point game. Make it 14. Minute 33 to play. Here's Frederick on the block. Taken away by Moss, and then a reach-in foul by Frederick, and Moss might have got a knee to the head, a one-timer.
Well, both players just scrapping for that loose ball, and the ball goes inside. This is how physical it's gotten on the inside. Moss gets the block, and then she and Frederick go to the ground for the loose ball. And there was a lot of contact down there.
4th team foul against Harlan. To the corner to the 3. Off the mark by Moss, and Mosier will get the rebound.
And Western Dubuque's having to work so hard for their shots. It looks like they maybe have some tired legs. They're coming up short on those shots, but they need to continue to go inside, but they've got to mix in a few three-pointers as well to get that good balance. And right now, Harlan running the weave, the 3-player weave out top, going to work a little clock before the end of the quarter.
Well, Western Dubuque has missed their last 7 shots from the field. And a foul here now called against Clark, as Wagner will go to the line. Or no, I beg your pardon, that's only going to be the 4th foul on Western Dubuque. Seems like it's been more physical.
I know. They've been letting them play.
They've been going at it right at one another. 30 seconds to play in the 3rd. 14-point game.
Just want to play straight up defense here. You don't want to give another foul.
Here's Wagner. Inside to Frederick, who will shoot 2. 4.1 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Simon Ressler, not sure she thought she got all ball, but it was a great setup by Harlan. They used the clock, they set things into motion, and Frederick was able to roll to the basket, get a good look at it. Simon Ressler came over on the rotation and thought she blocked it.
Couple of makes, and Harlan extends their lead again, their largest of the game here. And they won't get a shot off. Well, Western Dubuque, so the Harlan Cyclones 8 minutes away from earning their 2nd straight state championship. So how far do these 2 teams have to drive, coming from the east and coming from the west? Let's take a look. Well, Epworth about 189 miles away, and Harlan just down the road on I-80 right at 102. Good east versus west matchup, if you will, looking at the map. But Harlan having the advantage here for the 2nd straight year. Let's take a listen inside of the Harlan Cyclone bench.
You're going to be the high post pop out.
She goes that way, I go that, no matter what.
If she goes right, you go right. She goes left, you go left. Listen, if it's not there, okay, we're going to Evers. Evers, rip and go. Rip and go. Okay? Rip and go. It's just like 22 after that. Let's go. Hey, 8 more minutes. We got to focus and finish. Team 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Hey, get ready.
Well, you heard Coach Clausen say 8 more minutes, stay focused. And that's what you want your team to do when you have this big lead. You don't want them to lose sight of what's out there and allow a team to climb back in. If you're Western Dubuque, you've got to find a way to get some shots, and uncontested shots. Everything that they have put up, they have had to work for.
Shots and stops for Western Dubuque, and for Harlan, trying to continue to drive the nail forward. Here's Wagner. And the rebound comes down to Moss. She has 10 rebounds tonight, a double-double for her, 13 and 10.
And they're just not on the same page right now. They got to get it back to where they're confident in the offense that they're running.
From the outside, that's Pitts to Ressler, who hit the deck. And it will be tied up. Possession arrow keeps it with Western Dubuque.
Simon Ressler's hurt. I don't know if she got a hand, an arm, elbow twisted under there in the tie-up. But they're going to give her a minute.
Sure. Okay, I got all the time in the world. Make sure you're all right, okay? Okay, let me know when you're ready, okay? Okay. All right. I want you to be okay. All right. Okay.
Gotta love listening into that conversation. And Simon Ressler, a gamer, no doubt, turns it over though on the inbounds pass, and here come the Cyclones.
Probably not going to be in any hurry to score here. They're going to work the ball until they get a high percentage shot.
Lob inside to Shaven. Has it knocked away by Moss, and Ressler. Simon Ressler going to be fouled on the play. Jess Shaven will pick up her third.
Simon Ressler trying to make some things happen for her team, and she's hit the floor hard several times, but you said it, she's a gamer, and she just keeps getting back up, trying to make something happen. Now that face guard comes again, she just can't shake it.
She's saying, come on, I got a bad wing here. Let me go. Here's Armstrong. To Pitts in the paint. Had it go down, it's tied up. Harlan will get it on the alternate possession.
Now, every time they're trying to make that dribble penetration, top part of that zone, just poking the hands in there, poking the ball away.
Well, coming up next, the Class 5A state championship game. As you've got a rematch. It's Suburbia gone crazy here at Wells Fargo Arena. You've got Waukee taking on West Des Moines Valley. Here's Shaven on the interior. Denied the first time, but now we'll go to the line to shoot two. It's physical.
Now they're working hard to try to get the ball down low, and Western Dubuque is rotating that defense around. And as Shaven goes up, she got challenged the first go-around, got the rebound, and then was able to draw the contact on the second opportunity.
And coming into the contest now is Bailey Plessel for Western Dubuque. I want to note something about the Class 4A state tournament field. The top 8 seeds all advanced here to Wells Fargo Arena. And the competition through the quarters and semis was pretty fierce. And to have these two teams have it unfold the way that it did, your top 2 seeds, you knew that this was a special tournament in 4A. But I also think the way this game's turning out, Laura, it also kind of speaks to the dominance Harlan has had, or the grip that they've had on this class this year.
Oh, I think it really does. I mean, you've got number 1, number 2 matching up, and then you have this discrepancy here this late in the ball game. You know what kind of team chemistry and what teamwork you have at Harlan, because they just have worked so well together to knock down all their opponents, not just in the tournament, but leading up to the tournament in the regular season. So that speaks very well of team chemistry and familiarity about having to play together for such a long time.
Their closest game this year was a 3-point win at 5A's Dowling Catholic 10 days after they won the state volleyball title.
You know, and that tells you when you have that limited amount of time to go to practice and work on basketball after coming off the volleyball court, they know each other so well that they probably should just lobby Coach Clausen and say, we don't need to practice. Let us just play games.
Yeah. 13-1 run for Harlan. And Shaven with a steal.
You just can't get it past them, and Shaven has that long wingspan, and if you think it's open, it really isn't, because when she reaches the hand out there, she covers a lot of ground.
Here's Frederick trying to draw contact, and the rebound comes down to Moss.
They've done a good job of really quieting Frederick here in the second half. She has not had the explosion that she did in the first half.
Pitts at the point here. Now Plessel hits the three.
They left her open, swung the ball around. They need a few more of those, and they need to do it in a hurry. They need to speed this game up a little bit, and they've relied on their defense all season long. They've shut down opponents, but now they've got to turn it up a notch and really try to speed up this game.
And this one tied up. Possession arrow will go to Western Dubuque. Just the 4th turnover of the game for Harlan. And back into the contest is Michaela Armstrong for Western Dubuque. Now a timeout going to be taken here by Harlan. 4:47 to play. 17-point advantage for the Cyclones. Let's take a listen into the Bobcat huddle.
Running baseline. I want Mags at the high post. Rose, you're going to be running that baseline, okay? Guards, if you're here, you guys can come down and set a screen for her to pop out to that short corner out of baseline, okay? We are still looking for some shots. Shoot the ball with confidence. Great way to step up and shoot that shot, okay? Defensively, stay in 54. One. Green light, shoot the ball.
48-31, Harlan with the advantage here on Western Dubuque.
You could hear that they're going to try to set some screens to see if they can pop Simon Ressler out. But otherwise, like the advice, love it. Shoot with confidence. They are shooting a little bit scared here in this ball game.
And really the first time all tournament long they've shown some jitters. Here's Plessel from the outside. That one a little long, and the rebound to Mosier.
But you gotta like the fact that she stepped up and took it right away.
You're wondering at home why we haven't seen many points go up on the board. Western Dubuque won for their last 11. That was at 3 just a moment ago. Harlan 0 for their last 6, so they've given the Bobcats some opportunity here.
And they have not been able to score, and giving them the opportunity. And there's another one, a good job of stepping into the passing lane by Moss, but the Bobcats just have not done anything with these extra possessions.
Jump shot off the mark, and a foul going to be called against Simon Ressler, her third. And Harlan will come down to the other end to shoot some free throws. It'll be a one-on-one opportunity here for Taylor Wagner. First one left long, and the Bobcats come up with it. Pitts. Now to the corner. Moss. And one giant step is going to cost her. Harlan will get it back on the turnover.
And that's where I think Coach Ostwinkle would like to have them pull up and shoot that mid-range jumper rather than take it all the way in.
Let's go listen inside of the Harlan bench with their head coach, Zach Clausen.
I need my board, please. Thank you. Okay, first of all, we got to go 3 across or yo-yo, depending on what kind of press they come out in. Okay, yo-yo, Jess, you got to get in here. You kind of been shaking back here. All right, then we come up this way, come down. Okay, stay here. Slide into that soft spot. Slide in the soft spot. Come down this way. We want Beaver. Okay, oops, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, screen's coming, dribble, pass is made, screen it, screen down, pop up for the 3 if the first one's not there. Make sure we set both screens. Beaver.
We have 3 timeouts.
Hey, we got plenty of timeouts. Listen, the clock is our friend. As long as it's running, we're happy. Okay, focus and finish. Team 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
Focus and finish for Harlan. 17-point lead. 3:38 to play.
Going to get some full court pressure out of the Bobcats now. See if they can get some quick turnovers and maybe convert them into points. And you heard Coach Clausen say the clock is their friend, so look for them to be very patient on offense.
Here's Shaven. Good feed from Claver. Can't finish it. And the Bobcats run it ahead here with Pitts. To set up the offense. And it'll be a throwaway from Pitts. Fussell was ready to cut in. And it's turned over.
A little miscommunication and just an inopportune time. They can't afford to have turnovers. And you're right, Fussell was cutting one way and the pass went the other.
it's a rarity to see a run like this of victories. Harlan in good shape to win their 52nd straight game and their second straight state title. But I know with the senior class that they have, and I know Harlan's going to have a pretty good nucleus coming back, but I know there's some teams out in the Hawkeye 10 Conference that are going to be pretty happy next year.
They're just waiting for this game to be over, knowing that they might have a chance next year. But you're right, they've got a couple of good juniors coming back, Jordan Mosier and Taylor Frederick, to build around.
Frederick shooting about 60% from the field this season. And came in averaging about 14 a game. Today, Taylor has about 16. Scored 27 points in that opening round win again against Xavier. And here's a three from the corner as Maddie Clark knocks it down. And a foul here called against Simon Ressler.
Well, they're trying to lengthen this game a little bit, starting to foul. But Harlan on the season, a 71% free throw shooting team here in the tournament, shooting 68%, so right on the mark.
And the second one not there, but 1 out of 2. 2:27 to play. Pitts from the foul line. Got it. Slowly but surely, Western Dubuque trying to whittle this one down. It's a 13-point game with 2:21 to play. Let's hear what the Bobcats have to say.
We are in 55 right now. 55 looking to trap that first pass. You have the girl out of bounds. Okay, so you're trapping that first pass hard. Everybody stay up. Okay, everybody up, stay in those passing lanes. Out of 55. Offensively, Megs is high. Megs, as Rose and Morgan come down, you can look to set a screen for them. Either one of them, whoever has the ball, that other person. So if it's Rose, she has the ball, Pitsy will just slide over. If Pitsy has the ball, she'll set a screen for you, and you slide over to that side. Okay? 4 out. Okay, 1. Megs is going to come up and set a high screen.
Still fighting are the Bobcats, down by 13 here with 2:21 to play.
Well, they feel like they have a shot to climb back into this one. If they can hit a few shots here down the stretch, as they have, knock down a couple of more three-pointers, they're right back in this one.
Harlan's only scored 5 points so far here in the fourth. As they're trying to hold on and get a win, but they're giving Western Dubuque some opportunities.
A couple of turnovers in the last possessions, and Western Dubuque has been able to convert. If they knock one down here, it's going to change the momentum a little bit.
Here's Pitts, the long 2, left it short with the rebound. Came underneath the Maddie Clark. Inside to Moss with good hard pump fake and draws contact. Will go back to the line.
Boy, she had to fight between 2 defenders, gave the good ball fake, showed the ball, then tried to duck under, tried to split the 2 defenders. Able to get herself to the free throw line.
With a lot of the attention on Simon Ressler today, Moss is trying to keep the offense going, and she does lead all Bobcat scores now with 14. Also with 12 rebounds as well. What a performance. This one's starting to get a little bit tighter. An 11-point lead for Harlan. And a steal by Simon Ressler. 3-on-2. And Simon Ressler will be fouled by Mosier, who will pick up her second. Team foul number 7 against Harlan with 1:38 to play.
Last year in the championship, Harlan won that 55-51. Very close ball game, and Western Dubuque trying to dig into this lead with 1:38 left.
So let's take a listen inside of that Harlan bench right now. With 1:38 to play, they've got an 11-point lead.
Hey, stop. Listen. All right, this is an IQ test now. Who's winning? We are, okay? If the clock is running, is it okay? Okay, so let's value every possession. Let's get strong with the ball and not hold it out here. Get it under by your chin, okay? You're fine. Okay, you're fine. Listen, when they set that screen up top, what did we just talk about? Outside's got to step up and help. Okay, outside D's got to step up and help. All right, we're a minute 38 from having some fun, okay? But we got to focus and finish. Do you need a sub? Okay, let's go then. Hey, let's go. D up, one stop. Box out, rebound. Team, 1, 2, 3.
I got you.
Don't yell at her. She's fragile.
49-38, Harlan with the advantage. They've been really cold from the floor. They haven't hit a shot in the last 9:44. In fact, you have to go back to 3:27 left to play in the third quarter. The last time they made a shot from the field. Western Dubuque slowly but surely climbing back into this one.
And I liked it that he asked Taylor Frederick if she needed a sub, and she was like, no way, I'm fine, I'm going back in.
Out of the 1-and-1, Simon Ressler with the miss. Harlan 0 for their last 7, and they've turned it over 4 times. Now we'll go to the line with Taylor Wagner.
No, you have to do this. Now you have to put Harlan on the line to extend this game a little bit longer to see if you can cut into this lead with some long jumpers.
That's not helping. If you're a Harlan Cyclone. Western Dubuque given life. A couple of misses, and here comes Simon Ressler. Goes in amongst everybody and lays it up short. Frederick with a rebound.
Finally able to get loose, but Shaven able to alter the shot. And that's the difference in this ball game.
Pitts whistled for the foul. That'll be her third. Shooting 2 will be Jordan Mosier.
You should be taking the ball out of bounds. Go get up there.
And she sinks the first one. Back to a 12-point lead. Harlan's primarily had a large lead here most of the way through the second quarter and all the way through, but the Bobcats showing some life. Here's Pitts. How about that rainbow?
Coming down and attacking, finding the opening of that zone.
Lead back to 11. And we're inside of 55 seconds to play. Harlan will go back to the line here with Ellie Claver. So the Cyclones can really salt this one away and bring home the hardware if they can hit from the foul line.
You know, they've just been able to give Western Dubuque a little glimmer of hope as long as they keep missing these free throws.
Now 20 of 28 from the foul line. 12-point game. Here's Pitts, the 3. Frederick with the board, and a steal by Armstrong. Simon Ressler fouled when it hit the court.
They missed the shot, but they still go after the loose ball, and as Frederick went to outlet it, they just got those hands up. Oh, are you kidding me?
Ellie Claver getting it done one way or the other.
You don't need anybody to sweep the floor.
Come on, let's get this one over, I think is what she was thinking.
She's a multi-purpose player. She's doing it all.
And it's a 10-point ball game here with 45 seconds to play, and Wagner will be fouled.
If you don't get the steal on the inbounds, you have to foul right away, and that's what the Bobcats are doing, sending Harlan to the free throw line.
52-42. 45 seconds to play. Harlan won't put anybody on the line or in the lane as Wagner misses the front end. Normally a 77% free throw shooter. And today 0 for 4.
Got to look for a shot quick.
Pitch to Armstrong. Now to Moss, sets up. Splash! 8-point game with 30 seconds to play.
Moss just set up at the three-point line, and they found her quickly, and she knocked it home.
Timeout for Western Dubuque. They'll be left with no timeouts remaining. Here's the Harlan huddle.
All right, make sure we set the screens. Okay, get open. Don't panic. We got 2 timeouts left. Okay, possession arrow's ours. We got 2 timeouts left.
No time.
All right, just got to be solid with the ball. Step up to the free throw line with confidence. Okay, focus and finish. Here we go. Team 1, 2, 3.
What do you think's going through the Harlan players' heads right now?
Well, they're starting to let those emotions creep in a little bit, knowing that they can go back-to-back championships, but they also have a few nerves knowing that they're having to hang on, that Western Dubuque's made a little bit of a run at them.
Here's Frederick, now to Mosier. And she'll be fouled by Armstrong. And Mosier back to the line. Today, Mosier 8 of 10 from the foul line. And Plessa will now come back in for Armstrong for Western Dubuque.
Gives them another outside shooter to look for when they get the ball into the front court.
Was 1 out of 2 there. Lead back at 11. Or make it 9. I beg your pardon. Now the 3. And the rebound tipped out, so Harlan will get it back. 14.8 seconds to play. 54-45. And Armstrong will come in.
Going a little offense for defense substitution.
And coming in here for Harlan is going to be Mackenzie Swanson, who is the E. Wayne Cooley Award recipient, will come in for Jess Shaven. And stepping on the baseline was Moss. And this one tossed in, picked off by Simon Ressler, who will fire up a 3 and is fouled by Klaber. 9 seconds to play, 54-45.
Now, Harlan's not making it easy on themselves. They've given Western Dubuque every opportunity to hang around in this ball game.
Well, that was not the swan song for Jess Shaven. She's at the scorer's table, ready to check back in. And Simon Ressler hits the second one. Now we'll get the third. So Shaven back in for Swanson. Nine seconds to play, and the rebound to Shaven. Frederick out ahead to Wagner. We'll try to really get this one to 0. It's 2.8 to play, and Wagner will come to the line. So the Harlan Cyclones are going to do it. They're going to win back-to-back titles and win their 52nd straight game, finishing the 2014-15 campaign at 26-0. And now the emotions are coming out of the players as this one is shortly to be in the books.
All the tears of happiness and all the tears of defeat on the other side of the court.
And the Bobcats getting Abigail Dalton into the game. along with Madison Simon. It's a line change. Cartier will come back in. And also coming in for Harlan will be Claire Klein. And Allison Brooke into the game too for the Cyclones. So Herbst will put it in play. She'll bounce it into Simon, and that will be it. Harlan, your Class 4A state champion. What a run by Harlan. A 10-point victory here over Western Dubuque, 56-46. They win the Class 4A state title for the second straight year. Their third straight state championship game appearance as they have recorded 52 straight wins. What a run.
What a run. Not only do they have the basketball title, they have the volleyball title this year, and that is a true testament to this young group of girls that are great athletes and have great team chemistry.
And they've done that in back-to-back seasons. Wow. Tremendous. It's just about time to name the all-tournament team. And yeah, there might be some Cyclones on that. As we're about ready to turn it over to the public address announcer, Joe Hammond.
2015 4A All-Tournament Team. Presenting the awards is Craig Hill, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. From Harlan, Jess Shaven. From Western Dubuque, Megan Moss. From Bishop Heelan, Tristan Beaulieu. From Carlisle, Peyton Keeney. From Western Dubuque, Rose Simon Ressler. And the captain of the 2015 Class 4A All-Tournament Team, Taylor Frederick Harlan.
And there is your Class 4A All-Tournament team. Taylor Frederick being named the captain. Also joining her, Jess Shaven of Harlan, Western Dubuque's Megan Moss, along with Rose Simon Ressler, Carlisle's Peyton Keeney, and then Bishop Heelan's Tristan Beaulieu, also a part of that Class 4A All-Tournament team. So Harlan wins their second straight state championship, a 56-46 decision over Western Dubuque. And it's time now for the trophy presentation.
Presenting awards are members of the Girls Athletic Union Board of Directors, Greg Ebling, Greg Thomas, George Tracy, and Brad Buck. Your Class 4A runner-up, the Bobcats from Western Dubuque and Coach Amy Ostwinkle. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2015 Class 4A state champion, the Cyclones from Harlan and Coach Zach Clausen.
So the Harlan Cyclones get it done, knocking off Western Dubuque 56-46. Want to remind you, our next game, the 5A state title contest, will come your way here in mere moments as you've got Waukee battling West Des Moines Valley. Ooh, the big matchup. And West Des Moines can be played here at Wells Fargo Arena. They have to bring it to downtown Des Moines to settle it. That'll be coming up here in just a few moments. Let's go up to our own Paul Yeager. Paul.
BJ, thank you very much. And this was a game that we talked about, the back-to-back, the rematch, all on the line. Let's see how it all unfolded. Let's give you the recap and the game highlights from the quick acting crew in the truck tonight. Great job as always. Moss inside. She had a big ball game. She was needed to be key for Coach Oswinkle's team. She could do it inside and then gets the rebound and the putback. Moss would finish with 18. She had 7 points in the first half alone. There's another 3 for Moss, but it was going to be too much Harlan early on. Taylor Frederick is going to get the pass on the inside, go to work, off the glass for 2. Frederick named captain of the all-tournament team with moves like this one. Turnaround off the glass for 2 more. She had 10 points at half. That put the Cyclones up 10 at that point, and then Frederick from the top of the key, another bucket. 17 points total for Taylor Frederick in this one. In the second half, Western Dubuque needed to have a rally. They tried going inside, but Jess Shaban, not a lot of points, but a lot of blocks. 1, 2, sends that one flying into the seats. And then up ahead, Cleaver inside to Shaban. She now does it on the offensive side. That was their largest lead of 13 at the time, and it just kept growing. Shaban again on the turnaround. Their largest lead of this ball game was 20. Right after that play, Western Dubuque would counter, but just couldn't quite get it done. 52 straight wins, back-to-back state titles, 56-46 your title. Let's go back downstairs to BJ Shaban.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Taylor Frederick leads the way with 17 points, 14 for Jess Shaban, and 11 in the game for Ellie Claver for the Harlan Cyclones. Says, hey, how about this? Back-to-back state championships, and not only volleyball, but now basketball. Let's go to our own Laura Leonard, who's standing by with a couple of happy Cyclones. Laura.
All right, Jess Shaban, for you and the Fab Five, how does this one compare to last year?
It just means a lot. It's our last hoorah for tonight, and I'm so proud of our team and how we finished. It was a lot of pressure, but you know what? We came out and just played strong and finished.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Talk about your defense and your decision to go face guard with Simon Russell.
We thought that most of the offense ran through Simon and the high post, so we tried to make sure we kept Simon Russell from touching the ball and make sure we have somebody in front of that high post at all time around the elbow area. And it seemed to work. I know they made us pay with a few threes tonight, but we knew we were going to give up the 3 before we give up layups. So I was very excited about our defense, and Ellie Claver and Kayla Evers did a great job on Rose.
Well, congratulations, back-to-back titles. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Paul, back up to you.
34 down at this tournament this week, 1 to go. Class 5A is coming your way next. As we mentioned, it's going to be a battle between Valley and Waukee. Thanks for joining us for the second game of a girls basketball triple header here on IPTV Sports. We'll be back with more interviews, features, and basketball. As we said, West Des Moines Valley takes on Waukee in the 5A championship. But first, Harlan celebrates with a 10-point win and another state title in Class 4A. Waukee and Valley next on Iowa Public Television.
Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Championships is provided by...
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
What do you want to listen to?
Fairway, along with Mondelez Nabisco, Wells Blue Bunny, and Frito-Lay, is a proud sponsor of the 2015 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Basketball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher.
I'm a mom of 2.
I'm a numbers person.
I am a banker.
I'm an Iowa banker.
No matter who you are, there is an Iowa banker who is ready to help you get where you want to go. Iowa Bankers, allowing you to discover the genuine difference of Iowa banks.
Mid-American Energy, diversifying the ways we generate electricity by investing in wind generation capacity in Iowa. Information is available at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You may know right where you belong. Helping you get there is our job. At DMAC, we connect what you want in life to what you do for a living. With more than 150 programs, transfer degrees, and short-term certificates, DMAC can position you for a great career.